In the global music industry, few figures have managed to command the level of attention, influence, and commercial success that Jungkook, a member of BTS, currently enjoys. While his achievements are undeniable, the narrative surrounding his presence in the United States has taken on a new dimension in recent years. Media reports, social media discussions, and industry whispers have hinted at the possibility that Jungkook may be facing subtle forms of professional isolation in America. The term isolation here does not refer to a complete absence from the public eye. Rather, it suggests that certain segments of the US entertainment industry may be keeping him at arm's length, particularly in collaborative opportunities and mainstream media integration. The key question is, why would this happen to an artist who commands such a powerful fan base, brings measurable revenue to brands, and consistently breaks streaming and sales records? Industry observers argue that the answer lies in the complex dynamics of competition, cultural representation, and market dominance. Jungkook's rise in the US market is not that of a typical international artist entering American pop culture. His trajectory is unique in that he entered with a pre-existing global influence, backed by the monumental success of BTS, and then extended his reach independently through solo releases and brand partnerships. This level of momentum, however, comes with its own set of challenges. For many established US celebrities, particularly those who have long occupied top-tier positions in music, film, or fashion, Jungkook's rapid and sustained ascent presents a potential disruption to the status quo. In competitive industries, especially entertainment, the arrival of a new figure capable of redirecting attention, endorsement deals, and media narratives often generates protective behaviors among existing players. These behaviors can range from subtle avoidance to more strategic forms of exclusion. The situation becomes even more complex when factoring in the way the American entertainment market perceives and adapts to international talent. While diversity in the industry is increasingly celebrated, there is still a persistent structural challenge for non-Western artists to secure equal representation and resources. This is not necessarily due to a lack of talent or commercial viability, but rather to a competitive framework in which established names and networks often resist the idea of sharing market dominance. In Jungkook's case, his success poses a particular kind of challenge. He is not only popular among US fans, but also holds an irreplaceable position in global pop culture. His name consistently trends on social media without the need for extensive PR campaigns. His music dominates streaming charts, and his collaborations with luxury brands outperform expectations. For brands, this is a significant asset. For competitors, it is a potential threat. The result is an environment where professional isolation may not be an overt act, but rather a quiet recalibration of the industry's willingness to integrate him fully into its ecosystem. What follows are 5 in-depth reasons that explore why certain US celebrities might feel threatened by Jungkook's presence, and why this could contribute to his perceived isolation in the American entertainment industry. Each reason examines not just the competitive factors, but also the underlying market structures, media strategies, and cultural dynamics at play. Reason 1. Market disruption. How Jungkook's entry redefines the US entertainment hierarchy. Jungkook's entry into the US market was unlike that of most foreign artists. Typically, international acts build their American presence slowly, moving from small venues to bigger stages, from niche audiences to mainstream recognition. Jungkook bypassed much of this process. Thanks to BTS's established US fan base and his own global popularity, his arrival was more akin to a takeover than a gradual introduction. This is a unique scenario that immediately disrupts the existing entertainment hierarchy. In the American music industry, artists often secure dominance through a combination of chart performance, cultural relevance, brand deals, and media presence. Jungkook entered with all of these already in place. His solo releases debuted at high positions on the Billboard charts, often outperforming established US pop stars. His endorsements with major brands such as Calvin Klein generated measurable spikes in sales and online engagement. Social media platforms tracked his name trending worldwide on a regular basis. This disruption matters because it changes the balance of influence. Established celebrities in the US are used to competing against each other for top positions. But the competition operates within a relatively predictable framework. Jungkook represents an entirely new variable, one that operates outside traditional Hollywood or American pop circuits, yet still commands mainstream attention. This forces US celebrities and their management teams to adjust strategies, sometimes defensively, to protect their own relevance. From a market perspective, the disruption is also about resources. Media outlets, award shows, brand campaigns, and streaming platforms have limited slots for their highest-profile features. If Jungkook takes one of these spots, it means another established celebrity does not. While this is normal competition in theory, the speed at which Jungkook has claimed these opportunities is unusual and potentially unsettling to those who have worked for years to secure their positions. There is also the matter of fan engagement. In the digital era, the size and activity of an artist's fan base can directly translate to industry leverage. Jungkook's fandom, both as part of BTS and as a soloist, is not only massive, but also globally coordinated. This means that any project he releases receives an immediate, large-scale boost in visibility and numbers. For US celebrities, especially those whose careers rely heavily on maintaining social media traction, competing against this level of organized support can feel like an uphill battle. The disruption extends beyond music. Jungkook's influence in fashion and brand marketing also challenges the dominance of American celebrities who have traditionally occupied those spaces. For example, his Calvin Klein campaigns achieved viral reach without relying on traditional Fashion Week appearances or domestic press tours. This undermines the long-held notion that US market dominance in fashion is tied exclusively to participation in its internal networks. In effect, Jungkook's entry into the US market is not just about an artist gaining popularity. It is about an artist redefining the rules of competition. For those who have built their careers around these rules, his presence forces a recalibration of what it takes to maintain relevance. This recalibration often comes with resistance, and resistance can manifest as a quiet form of isolation, fewer invitations to collaborate, less willingness to share platforms, and a guarded approach to public acknowledgement. Reason 2. Brand competition. How Jungkook's endorsement power challenges US celebrity deals. In the entertainment business, influence is not only measured by chart performance or ticket sales, but also by brand alignment. For many US celebrities, endorsement deals are among their most lucrative revenue streams. These partnerships with fashion houses, technology companies, beverage brands, and luxury goods manufacturers are carefully negotiated, with long-term campaigns often depending on an artist's ability to maintain cultural relevance. Jungkook's rise in the American market has significantly impacted this competitive space. Unlike many artists who gradually build brand partnerships after establishing a US presence, Jungkook entered the American commercial scene already representing global powerhouse brands. His collaboration with Calvin Klein, for example, quickly became one of the most visible and profitable celebrity brand relationships in recent years. Campaign images went viral within hours, product sales spiked, and the campaign achieved global reach without requiring a traditional US-centric marketing rollout. This approach disrupted the established model, which typically involves brand activations, celebrity appearances, and domestic press campaigns to create momentum. From a corporate standpoint, Jungkook offers an exceptional return on investment. He commands a dedicated international fan base that not only engages with brand content, but also converts that engagement into actual purchases. This direct link between influence and sales is highly attractive to companies, making him a valuable competitor for endorsement slots traditionally held by American celebrities. When brands see the measurable impact of his presence, they may allocate budgets to secure his involvement, potentially at the expense of renewing contracts with existing US brand ambassadors. The implications of this shift are significant. For an American celebrity who has been the face of a major campaign for several years, losing that position to an international artist, especially one who is relatively new to the domestic market, can be perceived as a direct threat. Endorsement contracts are not merely about income. They reinforce a celebrity's cultural relevance. Losing a high-profile brand deal can lead to reduced media visibility, fewer opportunities in related industries, and a potential drop in perceived market value. Jungkook's approach to branding also differs from the US norm. Many American celebrities partner with multiple brands simultaneously, diversifying their image across sectors. Jungkook, on the other hand, has chosen fewer, more strategic partnerships, ensuring each one receives concentrated attention and promotion. This focus not only maximizes the impact of each campaign, but also allows for a level of brand-artist integration that feels authentic to consumers. This authenticity is a critical factor in modern marketing, as audiences are increasingly resistant to over-commercialization. Another factor contributing to the competitive tension is Jungkook's ability to blur the lines between music promotion and brand promotion. For example, when he participates in a brand campaign, the event often gains attention from both fashion media and music media. This dual exposure multiplies the reach of the campaign, something not all US celebrities can easily replicate. It also means that Jungkook's public appearances serve multiple purposes. They promote his music, strengthen his personal brand, and deliver value to his corporate partners simultaneously. This dynamic puts pressure on US celebrities in two ways. First, it raises the standard for what brands expect from their ambassadors. Simply having name recognition is no longer enough. Companies now look for artists who can generate cross-industry impact. Second, it creates a more competitive environment for securing high-paying endorsement deals, as brands may prioritize artists who can deliver both domestic and global reach. The influence of Jungkook's brand partnerships is not limited to fashion. His potential alignment with other industries such as lifestyle, products, technology, and even food and beverage means his market presence can expand further. Each new partnership strengthens his position in the US market, making it harder for competitors to displace him. For American celebrities accustomed to operating with minimal international competition, this represents a shift in the landscape. It is important to note that brand competition often operates quietly. Companies rarely publicize why they choose one celebrity over another, and the decisions are typically framed in terms of creative fit or strategic direction. However, industry insiders are aware that financial performance and projected audience engagement are the core factors. When a new figure like Jungkook demonstrates the ability to outperform established names on these metrics, the resulting reallocation of opportunities can lead to subtle professional distancing from peers who view him as a competitor. In this context, the perception of Jungkook being isolated in the US may, in part, be a result of industry politics surrounding brand competition. While audiences may see him as a rising figure embraced by major companies, some celebrities within the American entertainment industry may view him as a disruptive force whose presence could directly affect their own endorsement portfolios. The outcome is a complex dynamic where Jungkook's growing success in the brand sector contributes to a quiet but noticeable shift in how other celebrities interact with him publicly and professionally.